Right, hello once again to one of my videos showing my bootleg collection. These are multicoloured vinyl, predominantly multicoloured vinyl records. Sold a large proportion of my collection over the last few years, most of which were black vinyl, and decided to just concentrate on multicoloured vinyl. So most of what I got left are multicoloured, or they're Genesis or Yes, where I kept what I'd got, and they are mostly black vinyl. I might show you those in due course. We haven't done much prog stuff to date. Before I get on to show you what I'm showing you today, just to show you what I've got on the back, I thought I'd put up a few Japanese pressings. These are from the 70s and 80s. I wanted to put some more up, but I couldn't safely do it without them falling on me, and more importantly damaging the covers, so we'll do bit by bit. So the ones I've put up here are Yes, called Roundabout 88, which is from the Big Generator Tour, audience recording from Olympic Pool Tokyo in 1988, which is an okay recording, but it's quite hard to get hold of now. Lovely sleeve. The middle one is Genesis All We Need's a Hit, which is quite a famous bootleg that they did in the 70s from their 1977 tour from Wembley 77, which I think a bonus track from Manchester 77 if I'm right. I love the cover on it. It's always been one of my favourite albums. And the other one this side is Peter Gabriel, Like a Possessed 12-year-old. I can't remember what show that's from, but I think it's Wembley. It wouldn't be Wembley, but I think it's a London show from yeah, it's a London show from 77. He was doing fairly small shows on that tour. And again, so it'd be an audience recording. I imagine probably quite a poor one. But again, that's from the 70s. And then this on the shoulder here is GTR, again called it Roundabout 86. GTR did a tour, then did one tour, and this is from Wilton Theatre, LA, which is a radio broadcast. So it's FM broadcast recording. Nice double album. So the Japanese pressings are very nice. They're quite hard to get hold of because they didn't do large quantities of them. And as I say, I've got a few more that I'll show you at another time. But today, I'm not doing anything at all in relation to that. I thought I'd show you the few albums I've got on a label called Royal Sound. I've mentioned this previously. The guy who did the Swinging Pig label, the original one, German guy called Dieter Schubert. He also released a number of records on this Royal Sound label in the 80s. They're all very generic style covers, all gatefold sleeves. Really good sound quality. I mean they make a point on the covers of saying where they sourced better quality tapes, recordings that hadn't been out in that good quality beforehand. So I haven't actually done a comparison to see, because some of these are versions of titles that have been out before on other labels, but I'll show you them anyway because the vinyls are really attractive. So the first one is Rolling Stones, Get Your Leads Lungs Out. So famous title. Swinging Pig did it, and other labels have bootlegged it. So you've got this nice sort of marbly pink cover, photo of the band in the middle, back, another colour photograph, and it gives you the source there and the Royal Sound logo there. It says 1986, and gatefold sleeves open out, and they've all got this same design. Panel each side of the gatefold with the track listings, and that's really information on Royal Sound rather than anything else. This is a list of the titles they've issued, so as you get to the later ones that becomes slightly longer. I think they did 20 in total on vinyl anyway. So the first one on mine is lovely rainbow splatter on a clear LP, deluxe labels, Royal Sound labels. Really nice, really attractive. I think each pressing was limited to 500 copies. And the second disc's the same, multicoloured splatter on clear. I've got 6 or 5 examples left to show you here. The next one's another Stones one called Europe 73. I've hopefully got these in the order that they were released, going by the catalogue numbers. The sources here is Brussels October 73 and Wembley September 73, 2 sources. This, I would imagine, is probably audience or part audience. And the inner spread again. So again, the vinyls. Heavy multicolour splatter on a clear. LP. Beautiful vivid colours on the splatters on these. So the colours I can see are blue, red, green, yellow, white. So they're all there. So I think they're just really nice, attractive product. You've obviously got good sound quality on these as a general rule. The next one of mine is Bob Dylan and Tom Petty, True Confessions. A tour they did together in the US in '86. This one came out in '87. So again, the track listings are down there. So this again is splatter on clear, but it's different colours. So it's yellow, green and black. And very attractive. second disc is super multicolour on clear. Beautiful, bright, vivid. Whoops, drop it. Okay, next one of mine is Eric Clapton, Double Trouble. This is from Essen, Germany, 1983, with some additional tracks from Birmingham, 86, including Phil Collins on those tracks. Again, this came out in 87. The first disc is green, black and yellow and blue. Splatter on clear. This is the only Clapton vinyl bootleg I've got now. Did have a few. The second disc is very different. So we've got opaque, bright green vinyl with splatter, multicolour splatter. Reds, blue, whites, light green, blue. Very nice. I think that's the only splatter that I've got that looks just like that. And then lastly, Neil Young, Crazy Horse, Prisoners of Rock and Roll. This is a triple, which is the San Francisco Cow Palace show from 86, famous FM broadcast. It was a TV show. It's got some unreleased songs, but I think those are just the tracks from the broadcast. Again, this came out in 87. Funny enough, I had this on Swinging Pig, also a triple, also called Prisoners of Rock and Roll, but the vinyls weren't as nice. Yeah, it's just highlighting the tracks that were previously unreleased. Okay, so the first disc on here is white with multi-splatter. Very busy, very nice splatter. Although it's one of the most common shows, it's from a great period, and I enjoyed the performance and also the recording. I quite like the production on the live sound. Actually this is the third disc, but it's clear with splatter, coloured splatter on it. the other disc, which is the second one. It's white again with extremely busy multicolour splatter on it. So yeah, classic Sher by Neil, good quality sound, beautiful discs. It's the sort of thing we want. And as I say, I think there's 20 titles. There's 3 or 4 other famous ones. There's a couple of Zeppelins. I think there's another Stones. There's a Deep Purple one. So they're things that I'm going to try and dig out, maybe add to my collection of those, because it'd be nice to have the whole set. But for the moment, I've just got those examples. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll do something again different next time. Thanks for joining me.